Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile.
Orders the name. Healings. Hell, it ain't no game. Serious business.
You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night.
You want ammo? I got ammo. You want fire support? I got fire support. You want ammo? I got ammo. You want fire support? I got fire support.
Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile. You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat Sapper with a smile.
You want ammo? I got ammo. You want fire support? I got fire support.
You even go near my mines and it's good night. Combat sapper with a smile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sup guys, how's it going? And welcome to another Splash Damage Dirty Bomb dev stream. How are you? I hope you've had a good day. Today has been, I'd say, pretty damn good so far. I'm excited. The weather's not been too good, but we've been inside, so that's always a plus side. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get the cameras working. Oh yeah. Hello guys, how is it going? Sup? My name is Chris, aka Shoot, and I'm the community manager here at Splash Damage. So welcome back if you've been here before, and hello all new people for all the new people in the house. Now, as always, I always have a lovely special guest, and I have a new guest for you today. Don't I? You've not been on the stream yet.
Not yet.
No. I hope you're ready for a fantastic experience. Are you ready?
I'm braced.
You're braced. Good. Well, why don't you let the guys know and the ladies out there who you are and what you do here at Splash Damage.
Hello, I'm Lucci. Some people say Lucian because it's easier if you speak English mostly. I'm part of Fireteam, and I work on online services for several games, including Dirty Bomb. And our main product is a generic online service platform, and Dirty Bomb is its largest user currently.
Ah, cool. So what kind of like behind the scenesy things does that mean that you kind of do for the game?
Yeah, so I work on stuff like authentication. So when the game logs you in with Steam, then stuff like user profiles, pretty much any data storage the game does. Also did like the drop server. I wrote that initially. Pretty much all the purchasing stuff, especially the Steam ones. A bunch of other things as well.
Awesome, cool. Pretty much all of that stuff I have no idea about or what to do. So I'm happy that there's people like you here doing all that stuff, because yeah, I wouldn't know where to start. I could do the basics of HTML just about. I can make things bold, but yeah, making things purchasable in Steam, I've got no idea how to do that.
Well, as long as nobody notices, then I did my job well.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect.
If it works,
yeah,
it's fine.
Well, I think it's been it's been very good, I think, so far. I mean, when I've been going through and picking up the starter pack, didn't have any problems there, so success. I think we've done quite well. So today we're going to be playing Dirty Bomb as usual. And what's your kind of favourite thing about Dirty Bomb, or who's your favourite merc to play?
I think my favorite merc is Aura.
Oh, okay.
I generally like support E characters in games, and I think it's really interesting that especially in Dirty Bomb, all support characters are at least half damage characters as well, unlike in an MMO where you have dedicated healers and so on.
Yeah.
I quite like that aspect, and that's a large part of why I like Aura in particular.
It's like you could be effective both as a medic but also as like a damage dealer.
Yeah. If someone gets close to me, they're gonna die, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Good stuff. So yeah, let's have a little look at your merc loadout that you've set up. So I'm guessing Aura is going to be one of the mercs on there selected.
Yeah. This is Aura. I usually, on most maps, this machine gun thing is more effective. Her biggest problem is range, because she has to stick next to the station. So this kind of solves it.
Yeah.
You can sometimes even kill Basilio if you're paying attention. And I also like Proxy. I know a lot of people complain about her shotgun. Yeah. Especially in playtests here sometimes. But I really like the dual machine gun spec. I think it's just you never run out of machine gun, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I really like Nader as well. And I haven't noticed a big difference between these machine guns. This one's usually seems a bit like slower and heavier, and this one's a bit faster. And I also like RT. Sometimes I swap her out for RT.
Oh, okay.
Or he's kind of a bit snipery with this thing.
Yeah.
Which I've tried Vasily, but I'm not that good.
Not too keen on him.
I'm just too bad at aiming to play Vasily well. But with RT, it's okay usually.
Awesome. Cool. I'm just gonna steal the mouse and do a quick little thing while we're on the way here. Oh wait a minute, let's quickly do that. Get this up here. Awesome. Just having a couple of people say that it seems a bit quiet in chat, so I'm just going to go through and quickly raise a couple of volumes quickly. If I do that, there we go. Awesome. That should sort things out, and also take the game volume down a little bit. We did have a bit of a thing, thinking the game might have been a bit too loud, but there we go. Success. Ah, yeah. Right, there we go. So we are going to be going into game with a Proxy, a Aura, and also a Nader. Definitely Nader instead of the Artie. How have you found the Aura nerf as well, by the way? Because she did in the last patch, she got hit by quite a few things, quite a few changes. Have you seen much difference in the play, or?
Yeah, the thing that affects her the most, I found, is the wind-up time for the station. It used to be that if you ran into someone, you'd just quickly drop the station and shotgun them as much as you could, and you'd usually win because of that. And that no longer works now.
Yeah.
But I haven't found it to be too big of a deal. You kind of work around it. You have to think more about where you put the station now, which I think is a good thing.
Gives you more of a tactical, like she wants to hold and consolidate a position as opposed to constantly push and like get a position and push again, because she is essentially there to support, to help her teammates, rather than be the one, this unstoppable single person running forward, saving everything, and then running forward again. So, and
the biggest her biggest advantage hasn't been changed really, which is defending a narrow corridor or something like that, just defending a position. She's about as good at that as before, because you're gonna keep the station there anyway. Yeah. And your allies can come back and get healed and then go back again if they need to, and you can just stick around and kill anyone that gets too close. And that hasn't really been affected much at all.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. That's what we like to hear. Well, let's get on into a game then. We've got quite a few people actually in watching, so I think we could go straight to the straight into an empty server, which would be quite good. So if we find a European, usually a 14 slot objective with no kind of max level on there. Let's see what we've got there. Oh, there we yeah. So yeah, that will work.
So objective.
How about max level 6? We want no max level if possible. I don't we can't change that, that's fine.
No, I don't think it has it. Okay. EU. No, that's max level.
Are those up near? Oh no, max level 6 again. Oh no, there we go, right at the bottom there. How about objective 8v8? There we go. Number 1.
That's US.
Oh, US East. The ping's not. Oh, the ping's a lot better than I thought it'd be for consideration. Oh, it's East Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably fine actually.
Yeah, I'd say go for that one, because it's that US East that'd be fine.
No. Okay.
Perfect. Cool. So we are playing on the US East Objective 8v8 number 1 server. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. JB, let's have a little. Sorry, I haven't really had a chance to go through chat and comments yet. So let's have a little look through the questions. Remember, if you do have any questions, please remember to tag them with @SplashDamageLimited, so they come up with a big black box and we know exactly where your questions are. Domdag says, you stole 2 of my daily contracts today. How do we steal your contracts? Let us know. It might be an issue which we need to resolve and get through in there for you. Torrance says, Degrees game volume. There, we've done that. That's cool. Israel says, why are you releasing another NG? Well, we feel that engineers are good to have in the game. They're very strong, both tactically and just kind of with the damage output. It's good. One of the other reasons why there is another engineer coming out is when there isn't an engineer on free rotation, people find it quite tricky if they haven't bought one, and they kind of feel that we've had a lot of feedback from the community saying that when there isn't, before Bushwhacker came out and Proxy was off rotation, we got a lot of feedback then saying that if there isn't an engineer on rotation, it's quite hard to win objectives just because it takes so long to defuse C4, plant C4, fix the EV and things like that. So it's mainly because of a lot of the feedback that we got from you guys in regards to having engineers available and in rotation. Scroll down and there we go. Raziel wants more umbrellas, or she's going to write Rito. I have umbrellas here. I'm not sure whether or not we're doing an umbrella giveaway in this stream though. Have you seen our Dirty Bomb umbrellas?
No, actually.
Oh, let's grab that one over there. It's semi-open. Have a little play. We got a box one day, and with no explanation of where they kind of came from. They're like branded and everything.
Right.
Look at that.
It's
it works.
It's definitely an umbrella.
It definitely is, which is good. We had one of our fans. Oh no, one of our fans won an umbrella, but we've yet to receive a picture. So I need to poke him and get him to give us a picture of him with his umbrella looking alright. Raziel says, "True, more mugs are Rito." We do have our picture of our mug winner though as well. Look, here he is. This is the lovely man that won our mug.
I see.
Look how happy he is.
Congratulations,
I would
lovely
be
man
that
with a
happy.
beard. Oh,
Yeah,
what's wrong with
congrats indeed. I am. All the settings are going to be all a bit skewy for you to look at. Blade here says, "Did Fluffy take care of confirming my umbrella yet? Said he would take care of it yesterday. I don't have confirmation of that, Blade, unfortunately. It's something which we'll have to poke to him, or you could tweet at him if you like. I'm not sure what his Twitter tag is. It may be just like @FluffyGimp, though. I'm not sure if that's the most professional Twitter tag to have. But yeah, check it out. He'll just give him a poke, or I can give him a poke after this for you." Torrent says, "When will you fix stopwatch end conditions? It was reported a month ago on Nexon DB forums." Stopwatch. What do you mean? What's the refresh my memory? Let me know what is the stopwatch end condition. It's not something which I've been made aware of at the moment, so I can put it on my list of things to check out and investigate. Chuck Sonia says, "Any chance price will go down on certain mercs? It's impossible to buy anything with in-game currency. Even with grinding, it takes a long time, not fun." Well, the thing with the in-game prices is that at the minute, definitely they're staying at the same price as they are, but what we're doing is we're introducing more ways for you to earn credits. So it's going to be less of a grind, so there's going to be, more new missions that are going to be coming out, and just generally the earn rate is going to be improving a lot more for you, and there's going to be lots more ways for you to earn credits to then earn the mercs. So yeah, the prices aren't changing, but we're making the way you get money fairly easier, which is nice. There he is. Fluffy Game does confirm the umbrella for you. There you go, Blade.
I don't know where Blade is from, but here you would definitely need an umbrella right now.
Yeah, today has been
horrible
definitely brawly weather. It makes me like going down the stairs. It's quite funny because the lower you get in the building, the worse the rain seems. Because at the top floor, you kind of like, or the second floor, which we're on, you get to the stairs and you look out and it's quite rainy. And you're like, oh, it's very rainy. But then once you've gone down the second step of stairs and you see the floor, you're like, okay, no, it is very wet outside. It is very, very wet. So, yeah, it's even still raining now. It's been raining for ages.
Yep.
Gotta love England. It's good. Raziel says, "You don't even know the studio address? What? Why don't you know? I think you can find it on Google. There you go. Come across. Why haven't you visited us yet, Raz? We need you to come and visit us and see us. We can talk fun things about Dirty Bomb and stuff. Doesn't matter. You know it has pizza. Oh yeah, we have pizza. I don't know if there's pizza tonight. Well, I think some people might have ordered pizza. At Splash Damage, will there be cake? We don't have cake today, but I do have a sausage roll.
Right.
An extra large sausage roll.
I don't know if it compares that favorably to cake.
I'd like to have cake. There was lots of cake in the office earlier today downstairs. So there was cake. I didn't have any of the cake though because I wasn't really a fan of the flavours of cake that were there. It was all kind of like fancy, what I like to call old people cake. Because it's, to me, cake is like a chocolate cake or just like a Victoria sponge cake. Like, that's just cake to me. But I went down and it was like, I don't know, cheesecake.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Cheesecake is like an old people cake, I like to think. It's the kind of thing which I just imagine like grandma's making at home and, "Oh, hello, my daughter. I made you a nice cheesecake." I'm like, yeah, cheers, Granny. I don't really like cheesecake, but thank you anyway. It's the sentiment that counts.
I must have a lot in common with grannies then. 'Cause I live
Maybe you are one. Maybe
No one
your
told
life
me.
has been a lie. You don't? Do you have any children?
No.
Oh, okay. I suppose that would probably make it quite hard for you to be.
Yeah, I think it's a requirement.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Dad says 10 servers are all full. GG. It may be that in your server browser you've got it limited to only like under 50 ping. If you make it to under 100 ping, you'll get a load more servers come up, which is cool. Raziel, buy my plane ticket, Shoot. I'm not really in a financial position to buy your plane ticket at the minute, but yeah, we'll find a way. We'll FedEx you over. It'll be cheaper to FedEx you if you're okay with that. From Lumpfish, any chance we could do a reroll on a mere loadout card? Right now, I have 4 of the same silver proxies. Doing something like take 2 silvers to roll another one, does that make sense? Do you think that's something we could put together?
Yeah, I mean, from a technical point of view, it would be quite easy to add, I think, at least from the backend's point of view. Like the mechanism for getting for upgrading the cards and for trading them up, and is the same mechanism as the one used for the drop for the cases themselves, the ones that drop.
Okay.
And it's also the purchase mechanism. So effectively, you're selling the cards and you're purchasing the result of a random operation.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything could be done with that.
Oh, that's quite interesting. It's cool to know that like all of these different functions are actually like rolled into one big overall system. It's interesting. Kind of like watching Minecraft. You know when people build like a computer on Minecraft, and then you see how everything is like works, but it's all part of the same thing.
Yeah, it's effectively barter. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's cool. Feast your eyes on that. Oh, there's a picture of cake. Is that cheesecake though? That suspiciously looks like cheesecake.
Bit. Perhaps
It's got
too creamy.
It's got a very big base for cheesecake.
That too. I don't think that's a cheesecake. Maybe toffee.
It might be sandralee.com/products. Oh no, let's. Oh no, you can't do that. /products. Forbidden.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna work.
sandralee.com. Oh, okay. Let's try searching in there. 809. I'm not
cruel.
really a great hacker, to be fair.
A bit cruel of them to send pictures of cake when we're not having any, right?
Well, I've got a sausage roll, so I feel quite set with my sausage roll. That would be good. You can have some if you like. I'll give you some of it. In EU, we've got 10 servers and 6 are for max level 6. Interesting. Oh, okay. We'll have to have a little play about with that. I think now, to be fair, we can start to limit the. Well, I don't know. We should probably just add more servers. Add the servers everywhere, and then everything will be fine. Just because people have been playing the game, so most people are kind of at level, 6 or getting above that now. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that. Good job, Dad, picking it up. That's why you're here. Chop up some chocolate chip cookies, use them as the base for cheesecake, tastes like heaven and diabetes, but mostly heaven.
It does sound a bit extreme.
I'd like mostly just to eat the cookies though. I think the problem with cheesecake is cheese in the title. Like, I enjoy cheese and I enjoy cake, but not a combination of the two. It's just weird. Like it's like carrot cake. I like carrots and I like cake, but why would I eat a cake that's made out of carrots?
Because it's delicious.
But it's carrots. It's not a dessert. I want them roasted and like honey glazed, and
I see you're very opinionated about your ingredients.
Definitely. Helicopter says, "Who is next to me?" They were eating for a while. Well, it's quite, because your intro you said your name is Lucci, but everyone calls you Lucian.
Yeah.
I did not know you were called Lucci. I just went off and since I've been here called you Lucian.
It's what anyone would have called me when I was little.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like saying Ben instead of Benjamin.
Oh, okay. So Lucci's just so it's like Chris instead of Christopher.
Yeah, basically.
Ah.
But
okay.
I'm not sure why, but English speakers had a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah.
At least when I was in uni. So I basically just gave up and let them say whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. You are Lucci to me. I will do my best. That's awesome. That's good. I like that. We're learning. That's what stream's all about. We're learning, and we're all getting closer because of it too. It's good. Sun Bang says, when will we see more Crosshair selection? I'm not sure when extra Crosshair stuff is going to be included in updates, but I'm going to start making my list on Notepad because we have the technology. So let me write this down here. So more Crosshair selection. ECTIO. There we go. Cool. You are on the list, and I will keep it going. Let's see if we get any other good ideas coming up. Raziel wants an iPad and some goldfish. Fair enough. Go on. Just give them to her, Jews. Just give them to her. Lumfish. Oh, great to hear an explanation. Sounds like my meeting this morning. Oh, there you go. We gotta love meetings. Chuck Zonia says, any feedback regarding number crunching from the Cup? And do you think the data is representative since some teams didn't play specific mercs because they couldn't unlock them? That's quite interesting, actually. But then at the same time, I think that people would, if they haven't unlocked certain mercs, then they would have been playing other mercs as their main roles. So they would have got to a certain level with that kind of character. And I think they would have had the quality of play there. But I think definitely having more mercs as open would be a handy thing. But again, if you're opening up a competitive game mode and then you unlock all the mercs for them to play solely in that, the player isn't going to have any experience with that kind of character, or they'll have minimal experience if they've played them on like a free rotation a couple of weeks. So I don't know. It's tricky because you'd really want, if you're going to do it that way, you kind of want to have the merc on a free rotation leading up to the event as opposed to just coming out free for it. So it is a bit tricky.
Double SD.
Double SD.
Is there a console?
Home. That's what we use. There we go. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. The console is on apostrophe, like the full console. Oh, if you I'll say if you set clan tag. Yeah. There we go. He's on it. He's on it. You know way more coding than me, so I'll let you.
I don't really know what commands there are.
Hashtag feed him. People want me to feed you sausage roll, apparently. Oh, and that was a brownie bottoms cheesecake.
Okay, that sounds tasty.
It does sound very delicious. You heard from the grapevine that competitive servers are coming online. That's from Lumfish with a question mark. I'm not sure where the grapevine is, but I can neither confirm nor deny. I know that the way the system is going to work in the future, there's certain things which are happening, but yeah, there's not really too much we can go into information about just because we're in the stages of planning what is actually going to happen. So yeah, you may have heard through the grapevine, but I cannot confirm or deny that at this point. But it's information which we want to kind of message out and let you guys know what is going on in regards to that stuff kind of as soon as possible, because now we've had the first competitive tournament go down and it went down really, really well too. A big thank you again to Raziel and all of those involved who got involved and helped out and run that, because it was awesome. It was very, very good, and I can't wait for the next one. Very excited. So yeah.
And about the previous question, I just remembered something.
Oh yeah.
Part of the question was saying, what about statistics?
Oh yeah.
I think Smooth was looking at that actually.
Yeah.
I think he did some. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but he was showing some graphs. I didn't pay as much attention as perhaps I should have.
That's okay. We don't really give us that much attention to Smooth. He doesn't need it. But yeah, I think I remember a couple of messages coming up on HipChat as well, actually, of him just explaining, or he wanted to find some figures. So he's definitely crunching numbers in regards to it. But specifically for like mercs and mercs being available, I'm not too sure. But again, with the competitive side of it, we're actually going to be having discussions with the organisers and a couple of community peeps to kind of discuss where we see the competitive side going and what we can do to support that, because there's something which we really want to kind of give you the tools and help out where we can to have a booming competitive side for the game with our awesome community. Because our community is lovely. It's very, very nice. Helicopter says Alienware's giveaway made the servers fill up. Definitely. Yeah, I think so. They gave away loads and loads of keys. Absolutely loads. Dad says we had to play on US servers with lag. Ah. Interesting. We'll have to see next time if we can get some, like, I'm not sure how they did the split of servers, but I think it'd be good to have like a selection of, I don't know, a couple of US Easts, West, and also European ones. So depending on where the teams are, we can kind of like localize you and like pick the right server for where you are. But this is one of the things which we can talk about in our little competitive meeting we're going to have in the next. Point. Very, very good point. I'm going to make a note of that. Boom. Cool. There we go. Raziel says, "What about cream cheese? Do you like cream cheese?"
Yeah. It tends to come with cheesecake, so definitely.
Oh, is that like the white stuff on the top?
Well, it's part of the filling.
Oh, okay.
That's how the cream part of the cheesecake is made.
I think I'm a bit iffy on the cheesecake. On the
I
cream
like
cheese.
most food.
You like most food?
What
don't you like?
It's a hard question. I'm not sure there is food I don't like.
Let me try. Guacamole.
That's lovely.
All right.
Oh, there's... What are they called? Cloves.
Clothes.
Cloves.
Oh, like garlic.
No. They're like little nails.
Nails?
Yeah. Just Google it.
Cloves. Cloves. Oh, okay. What? I've never seen these before in my life. What are they?
I take it you don't cook much.
Not really, no. They look like little trees with a ball on the bottom.
They're in some recipes.
What are they? What do they taste like?
I can't really describe it. You'd have to try it.
Is it like the stem from garlic?
No. It's nothing to do with garlic. It's from this other thing.
Oh, okay.
They have a very distinctive taste, and that's one thing I don't like.
Oh, okay. They look really weird.
They are weird.
Oh, they grow on plants. Well, probably.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Yeah. That was a bit of a silly thing to say. Of course they grow on plants. It's crazy. I've got no idea what clothes like kind of are, but I might research it and just pick up a little bit of a pack from Tesco next time I'm there. Sagan says, "Can we get some min-level servers? It'd be nice to play with level 10 plus." Yep, no problem. More level 10 plus servers. Cool, duly noted. Thank you very much. Helicopter says, "What are we going to draw in paint today?" We don't have anything set at the minute for you to draw in paint today. Give us recommendations. If you have anything you would like to paint in particular in paint today, then go for it. And from the selection we get, I'll pick one which I think is quite humorous and could pose some good results. And the winner of that paint tournament shall receive a Dirty Bomb starter pack. Oh yeah, have you seen any of the paint pictures that we've had so far?
I've seen one of them, the proxy one.
There she is.
Oh yeah.
She's looking after you. But no, these are a whole nother level. These there. Oh my days. You'll see. You may be able to see some of these ones. So
right.
Yeah. Raziel says raw carrots are delicious. I agree.
They are.
I do enjoy a good raw carrot. Oh, there you go. KF2S says, "Do you want to donate me a razor blade so I can play Dirty Bomb without lag?" No. We don't have any razor blades, unfortunately, to give out. Just for everyone who doesn't know what a razor blade is a computer, like a laptop, made by Razer. So he's not going to be playing it on like some Gillette Fusion like thing while he's kind of sorting out his face hair. It's a type of computer. By the way, love you, Shu. I love you too, KF2S. I love you. You're in my heart always whenever I play. Let's go. Blade says, not exactly sure how this works. Don't mean to be a pain in the ass, but how do I go about giving you my information for the umbrella? Twitch message us. Send us a message on Twitch, Blade, and we'll get your... Yeah, just send us your address on Twitch. That's the easiest way, best way, yeah. So a quote from Sagan. Apparently I said earlier, I know that going in the future things are going to happen. I think that's a pretty accurate quote, to be fair.
In fact, it is always accurate.
That is completely true. That is completely true. Lomfish. You're really happy that we've been on top of it. Oh, that's good. Those of us in Dirty Cup scene have been clamouring for them. It's going to make pugging/scrimming so much easier. I completely agree with you. There are things happening which I can't fully disclose yet because of they're happening as opposed to they're done. They're in the process of being a thing. So as soon as those stop from being in the process and actually being a thing, then we can talk about it. Sagan says, Lucci.
Yeah.
What's the tech stack you're using at Fireteam?
We're using Python primarily for for pretty much everything. For data storage, we use PostgreSQL. It's quite a nice SQL database. Most stuff we use is open source, actually. We use Redis as well for...
Reddit?
Redis.
Oh, okay.
Not Reddit. Reddit is useful, but for other things.
Yeah.
Reddit uses Redis as well.
Oh, really?
As confusing as that might be.
Ah.
It's a little, quite fast database. It's useful for other things. And I don't know what else. A bunch of other things.
I think I used to use Python to try to get some emulators working back in the day. Or like a DOSBox or something like that.
Yeah, some of them have the user interface written in Python.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one of those. But yeah, we're not particularly dogmatic about it or anything. We just pretty much everyone that worked on has worked on services as part of Fireteam was familiar with Python already.
Oh, okay.
So we were just comfortable with it. We use other things when we have to or when it's more appropriate. Like some of the stuff we write is C++ because it gets integrated into the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a bunch of other things. I can answer more specific questions if you want me to, but if I keep going, it's just going to get boring.
I'm not bored. I've got no idea what what this stuff is. I'm such a noob when it comes to that. But I recognise Python, so I like to think that is a bit of an accomplishment. Raz should get an umbrella as a thank you for organising Dirty Cups. That'd be good if she did get a brolly. Brollies are very good. I didn't even know what tech stack is. What is the definition of tech stack? Is that just like the list of programs that you kind of use to do things?
Stack. It's used. The term stack is used because you usually have different technologies that kind of stack on top of each other. So you have a simpler thing that is not necessarily doesn't do what you want on its own.
Yeah.
So you add something a bit more abstract on top that uses the smaller things. And that doesn't actually do exactly what you want either. So you add another thing on top, which does precisely what you want and uses the previous layer, which uses the previous layer and so on.
So it's kind of like with video editing. We've got Virtual Dub getting the footage, and then we put that into Premiere. But then in order to make all the fancy titles, we need to use Photoshop and then put that stuff into After Effects to like animate it, and then put it from there into Premiere to pull everything together.
Yeah, it's not unlike that.
There we go. See, we're all learning together. It's fantastic. Chuck Zonya says, regarding map design on Terminal, the last few changes make it seem like you aim to eradicate any form of trick jumping over the wall. Any comment on that? Trick jumping. Oh, so that's the first. Is that the first objective wall you're talking about? There are a few places we're currently tweaking the maps to try to even them out a bit more, because we know there are some issues on maps where, you know, like spawn camping and on the attacker side in particular, where they can kind of get to advantageous positions. So I'm not actually familiar with any changes being made for jumping over the wall, but there are changes kind of in progress for some maps to help aid that situation. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. We'll let you know when those happen. Sagan says, shoe, cloves. Oh, so you stick them in ham.
That's one of the uses, yeah.
What do they make the ham taste like, though?
Like cloves, unsurprisingly.
Well, what does that taste like?
You have to try them. It's just a very bizarre, unique taste.
Can you like just push them in, or do you have to like drill a hole and then put it in?
The stuff I've seen it in is more stews.
Stews, okay.
Like particularly lamb stews.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's not like mint, but it's a sort of similar strong taste.
Yeah.
It's not similar, but it's also a strong taste like mint, so it would make sense that it would work with
big ham. I want gammon now. I'd love some gammon. Nej Tilsvan says, will you ever release a map editor? Like SDKs, they're really they take a lot of time and work to do. We had a little bit of a debate, well, not a debate, like a chat about it in our little breakout room downstairs today about what we could do in regards to map design and allowing the community the chance to kind of get involved and do things like that. But it's just the case of we kind of, with the resources that we've got to hand, we need to kind of focus that energy doing other things at the minute with the project. So yeah, it's something we would love to do. We'd absolutely love it because we want you guys to be able to kind of create content for the game. And as Fluffy Gimper said before, you're much better at designing maps than we are. So we want you to help us out with, doing things. And yeah, like if you've got a wicked idea for a map, what you could do, you could make it in like Photoshop, like a top-down design or Paint or something, and send it in to us, and then we can hand it over to the level designers and have them take a look at it. And if they think there's something there, maybe they can do something with it. Like that could be quite cool. But yeah, it's just trying to work out the way in which we can do that. So, but yeah.
Yeah, an SDK, having an SDK is available for externally is quite hard. We have made some decisions that would make it possible. For example, the game servers aren't entirely trusted by our service. So, for example, the drop server is implemented such that it can function with an untrusted game server, which would be like a community one. So, if we were to have an SDK, you would still get drops. If that was the right choice at the time, but it would be possible to get drops while playing on that map, even though you might not get credits or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. That's handy.
It's something we have thought about in a lot of because it touches on a lot of things. So we thought about it at various points, but it is quite hard. It requires a lot of things set up before it works.
Yeah. There you go. JB120 says, you want a starter pack raffle but haven't got the key. Are you sure? I'll double check that quickly in our messages. But I think we sent them like all out, so you should have received it. Let's have a little look. Good old JB. JB. Let's see. You should be in our list of sent outers.
Nice one.
120. No, not found you yet. Don't worry, we'll get to you. I will find your message and have a little look. JB, where are you? No, not yet. Cool, it was a fair few streams ago then, wasn't it, JB? It must have been. Unless you are completely correct. Aha. There we go. I found the key that you should have received. It may be that you were just supposed to get the access key as opposed to an actual game key, but I will re-message you this key now, and yeah, poke it in and see what happens with it. But it should be, if you received an access key, then it definitely would have been an access key that you were set to receive, or if you've got a starter pack key, it definitely would have been a starter pack. There we go. So DB key. And the way we message them out, there we go. So I'm just sending that again through to you now, so you can check that out there. KF2S says, draw Rhino and Fragger in a bikini while playing volleyball. That could be cool. Good idea, yes. possibly. Or how about you draw an actual Rhino throwing frag grenades? Interesting, but Rhino doesn't have frag grenades. Wait a minute, who's Rhino? I've got no idea who Rhino is. I've never even heard of Rhino.
It's I'm sure it's quite a happy animal.
Yes. It's rhinos are animals and they live in.
I'm sure they don't
Africa.
I'm quite certain they don't use any weaponry, for example.
Yeah.
Couldn't be the case.
Oh, okay.
They don't have opposable thumbs. So.
That is very true, which is handy because it means that they can't make tools and then fight us. But they do have a big horn, which they could like pierce us with, which is made out of hair. Did you know that?
Hopefully.
It's made out of hair, or the same stuff that hair is made out of.
Well, your nails are made of the same thing, so yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it was bone, but no, apparently not. Pupe in your soup says, why did you guys try to completely switch the gameplay type that doesn't fit with the Merc/car system with extraction? You mean execution mode? Are you trying to get a repeat of Brink? No, we kind of wanted to add just a new flavour to the game, just because objective and stopwatch can be seen as being quite similar, because stopwatch, you got your set time, whereas objective it kind of can go on a bit more. So we've got like other game modes which we're also working on to add just more of a selection of what you can do inside the game itself. So that's like the reason why we're looking at doing the execution game style. So yeah, the thing is with execution as well, because of how the mercs work with all their own separate abilities, it's got such a different feel to like pretty much everything else out there. Like it just, yeah, it's a lot quicker, but at the same time it's got that speed, but it still kind of has a similar pace. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. I really quite like it. We did get definitely like a mixed reaction from people, but it's good because it's all positive feedback that we can take and work on. So people who loved it, it's like, great, you loved it, that's awesome. But the people who didn't like it so much, we can find out why they didn't like it, and we can then make improvements for the next playtest that it will receive. So yeah, we're looking at, that's like the reason why it's kind of there. Mr.
I mean, I'm not sure I necessarily like execution that much, because I'm not that good at shooting. Like, I'm not that good at shooters in general. I'm okay. I can look at this, pretty bad. But I can see the attraction in it, definitely. So I think it will always be more of an acquired taste than, say, stopwatch, which is quite easy to get into. Like, what particularly annoys me in execution as opposed to stopwatch is the longer that there's a longer time when you don't have any control over your character. When you're dead. Whereas in stopwatch, you respawn quite quickly, and even if you're bad and die a lot, you still don't get to be out just watching for that long. And I'm sure better players, more competitive players, might find it less extreme than I have.
Yeah. I like it for the because it's very tactical, and if you do have teams of 5 where you're sorting out tactics, someone's watching that area and someone's watching that. It's the kind of thing which you can't really do within stopwatch and objective, because with stopwatch and objective it's a constant wave after wave after wave, and it's much more of a like organic flow tactic wise that you have to do. Whereas with execution, you can go, right, this is going to be our team composition. We're going to have a sniper which is here watching this space. We're going to have a nader there. We're going to have a fragger here, and we're going to have a couple of medics running around. Each looking after the big guns on the team. And I just love the idea of how the tactics work with that, and how you're going to have to change it, and how every single tactic is going to differ depending on what team comp you've got. So if you've got you could have like a team of arties and Skyhammers coming in there. So you could go for a very much aggressive, we're going to just bring in airstrikes and artillery, and we're also quite big with guns that do a lot of damage. Or you can go much more of the a solid engineer kind of route, where either you're attacking, you want to get a really quick plant, or if you're defending, you could just go all proxies or all bushwhackers, and then quickly get to the bomb. Everyone just kind of like dogpile it, and everyone start defusing at the same time, because unless they can kill all of you, then you're going to get that defused because it's so quick. There's so many different ways you can play it, and I just like the fact that everything can change. Like and the fact you take 3 different mercs in with you, one game you might try something and it completely fails, but then the next game everyone will have completely different mercs and the other team won't know what to expect because they're like, oh, we had this team this time, but now we've got, you know, everyone's playing different things, and when you play a different character as opposed to someone else, they'll have a completely different play style to how you play it. So yeah, I really like the game mode purely for that style of it. Plus I've been playing that kind of game for, I don't know, ever since I started playing first person shooters really. It's just much more like more of a game type which I'm kind of familiar with and enjoy. It's good. It's good. Mr. says, is your business model only based on selling mercs or do you have other things in the pipes? I can say we have lots of things in pipes all over the place. So, cool, no problem. We have lots of things in pipes and we will update you as soon as those pipe things are ready to come out. There you go. So, let's carry on. Why do we have so little EU servers? All full, I cannot play. That's a shame. I'd say just change your ping to when your ping search to sub 100 and you should be all good. And yeah, you'll be able to find some servers to play on.
Right now, we're playing on a US servers, and it's, at least to me, it seems alright.
Yeah.
So, I think there's something can be done about that. I don't know who the relevant person is.
I can make a note of it and let you know what's going on. Cool. Oh, lots of questions. Right, let's try and breeze through these few questions and get so we're all caught up with everything, which would be great. How advanced is the development of Warehouse Oh, okay. I have no idea. Unfortunately, Yakul, I can't. I have
what
no
are
idea.
those words?
Exactly, yeah. Sagan on Royd says, Sniper Sway, going away in the patch tomorrow. Is there a patch tomorrow? I don't believe we've released any information about when there is going to be a patch. So, yeah, as far as I know, I don't think when there is an update coming out, I don't think the Sniper Sway has been something which we've kind of played around with yet. Especially having the competition on last weekend, we're kind of getting through the feedback, and if that is something which came up to be an issue, then it could be something which we'll look at in the future. But at the minute, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe anything is changing in regards to the Sniper Sway. I've also not really found it to be too much of an issue when I've been playing Vasily, and I do like to grind him quite a bit. So
I've heard it discussed, but I'm not as aware of what's going on as part of Dirty Bomb's design as other people, since I work on other projects as well.
yeah.
But I've heard it discussed, but that's about it. So I know Smooth was definitely thinking about it at some point.
Yeah. Dad says a new system tomorrow about hackers. You know about the report. Oh, okay. Again, everyone's saying stuff going on tomorrow. We haven't kind of. Oh no, I suppose it is in tune, but yeah. At the minute, in regards to hackers, we did release on the forums. If you check that out, kind of letting you know what's going on with that. We're constantly working on our anti-cheat system, and there's other kind of features we want to import into the game to help make reporting easier. So yeah, there's lots that we're doing in order to kind of combat that, because hackers are bad people, aren't they? They're bad, naughty people,
Yeah.
and they don't deserve to play the game.
As a software engineer, I'd also say they're misnamed.
Oh yeah?
There's kind of this tradition for using the word hacker as someone that hacks things apart to find out how they work.
Ooh.
And usually software developers might call each other hacker, as in someone who tinkers with things out of curiosity.
Oh, okay.
And the word you might use for someone that messes about with trying to break into people's security maliciously would be cracker.
Ah.
But most people picked up the other term, so it's kind of a lost battle.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'll try and revive the cracker terminology. You hear that, everyone? Hackers, as you know them, are actually crackers. And I think we can get this going. Hashtag cracker, not hacker. We can get that trending on Twitter in seconds. No problem. Torrent asking about a possible capture the flag mode. At the minute, I don't know. I don't know what other kind of game modes we've got kind of working on at the minute. My main focuses are what we've got in the game now and what are the definite things which are coming up soon. So yeah, that's not something I can confirm with you, but I like the idea. And Capture the Flag, you know, it's a game type which has been around for years and years and years and years, and is very fun. But at the minute with the game, not that I'm aware of. But yeah, you know, stay tuned in and we'll let you know as soon as we have some more information about what is going on in regards to that. Is there a favourite thread for feedback about execution from Daymord? Yes, on the Splash Damage forums, there is actually in the feedback section a feedback thread for both execution and overground. So if you have feedback for the game type or the map, just go into the specific thread and it is going to be right there for you. JB says, hey, the key you sent was access key or starter pack, U1 starter pack key. I believe in the message of the title of the message it said DB key, so I'm guessing that'll just be just a standard starter pack as opposed to just a standard access key as opposed to a starter pack. But yeah, I believe it should have just been an access key for that. But drop me another message again, just give me a poke on Twitch and we'll get something sorted out there. LCTR says, hello Mr. Shu, how's it going? It's going very good, LCTR, thank you. How are you? I hope you're good too. Daymord, end of match report screen, any chance we can either do one of two things? One, remove the KD from there completely, or two, have an extra panel that shows a complete breakdown of kills, deaths, revives, arms, disarms, ammo packs given, healing done, etc. Is that something we could do?
Well, it's entirely to do with the game server, since each individual match is simulated by one game server. So the service, the stuff I work on, doesn't even know it's happening. It's only notified at the end that something happened. So it's something Dan would have to look at if it's something that if it's a design that would be wanted. It should be doable. I can't think of a technical reason it wouldn't be doable.
I like that. I like the idea though with that full breakdown. I think on a personal note, I think keeping the KD in there is an important thing. I like that it's not in during the game because then it makes the full kind of focus on the objectives rather than just trying to get the best score. But I think at the end of it, it is nice to be able to see kind of how you've done and in relation to all of your teammates. But I think that's a really good idea. So having like the complete breakdown at the end. I'm putting that into the notepad. Complete breakdown, boom, there you go. You are in there.
It would make the UI a bit more complex, so there's that to consider as well.
Yeah. It's like what, like time to fetch that data from the server for
No, I mean, it would look... If you just stuff all the data in there, it would be quite cluttered.
Oh, okay, yeah, so like UI type of thing. They need to really, they'd have to...
So, I mean, again, it's doable, but some care would have to be taken about that. It's possible that not all data could be included there, and while also keeping it readable.
Yeah.
I know in some MOBAs, for example, there's like kind of a balance they try to reach, but there's some data they don't show you unless you look at a replay.
Yeah.
Because it would make the summary screen just unreadable.
Yeah. Well, they definitely with League, you've got to kind of opt in, like you've got like the end bit, and then you have to opt in to then see the full breakdown of everything, and even then it's a graph, and you select the specific things that you want to see. So no, it could be a good system to do something like that. But for now, I think Mr. Wills is actually here, ready to come in. He's the next guest. See, didn't that go quick?
It did.
For me, it flew by. Yeah, it's good. Let's just see if we have if he is ready to go. Oh, he's not here. Usually he's always hiding by the window, but he's not here now. So I'm sure he'll be around. God.
So apparently we make someone happy.
Someone
that's a software engineer. Lumfish.
Lumfish. Ah, there we go. See, you got a new #1 fan. Oh, can you pop out of the match? Because
sure.
I think we'll find out where. Oh, he says that he's not ready now. Actually. Oh, that's okay. We'll go back. We'll go into find that server. It was US East #1, wasn't it? 8v8, something like that. US East. My bad. Apologies, everyone. US East Objective 8v8 #1. Is that it there? Kudo Chop. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Epic. We made it. We made it. Yeah, cheater. That we call them cheaters, crackers. Yeah, call them crackers. Yeah, Lumfish did post up earlier saying that you were making him very, very happy.
Cheater is a good term.
Cheater.
Oh, server is full.
Server is full. What? No. We might have to. I don't know. Someone might drop out. Oh no. We'll probably just have to go into a new server and then force everyone to then come and leave that one and join us. So there's going to be that the one person that replaced you is going to be on his own in the server now because everyone's left. That's my fault. I will take full responsibility for that. So while we're finding another server, let's carry on going through these questions that we've got here quickly. Nice and quick. Pupe in your soup says, can I get some splash damage / dirty bomb underwear? You could make your own, but at the minute we don't currently have any specific
I don't think
splash
any
damage
exists.
underwear.
I don't
No.
think it's been a priority so far.
I would like to make a load of merchandise though. I think that'd be really cool. Like, I can just imagine like having Phoenix's like head. I don't even know who that is. Like, you know, like a big dragon or something. You know, like a big dragon from Harry Potter on my T-shirt, which is completely unrelated
flaming
to
dragon.
anything. Yeah. Or we could have Proxy on a T-shirt because Proxy is someone who's currently active in the game. Crimson19 says King of the Hill / Capture of the Flag mode. That would be cool. That could be something which we could implement later on. They also say, would there ever be a large map scale? Would ever be large scale maps introduced? Maybe 1616. At the minute, we don't have any maps that would probably. Well, I suppose the objective stopwatch maps, they're quite big because of the route the EV has to go. But then at the same time, if you've got a lot of people in there, the fights are going to take place in smaller areas.
Yeah, at any one time, a smaller portion of the map is used.
Yeah, so they need to be. We need to make some big open maps in order for that to be a viable option. So at the minute, I don't believe we have any like larger maps like that currently like working. So yeah,
And I don't really know that much about the game engine part of it because it's not really what I do. But there would be some limitations there as well. There probably would be a limit to how large it could be. It's maybe that limit is so high it wouldn't matter in practice.
yeah.
But it's something to consider really.
Okay. Kay says shotguns were a DT, and that's why it released to play. So listen to the community. Don't worry, we are listening to the community very, very much so. And one of the great things about doing the live stream now, because I don't think Splash did like live streams before with ET, or many, but with this anyway, because we're so active on the live streams, it's good because it means that we can take your advice directly from the stream. I put it in my document and then I feed this back to the developers and then we can get that put in action and working, which is really, really cool. So that is stuff which we are kind of actively doing more now, which is awesome. So yeah, that is a thing that we are doing there. LCTR says, I'm not a fan of not focusing on KDR, to be honest. Support, classes and objective focus play don't get overlooked. Because support classes and objective focus play don't get overlooked. Oh, as in at the minute they're not being overlooked. Yeah, I like the way that you don't see the KDR during the game. I think that's one of the things which helps to pull the focus away from that and put it on the objective. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do the objective, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your score is, you're gonna lose.
If for a team game, that matters less. It's possible that you've been sacrificing yourself to save the rest of your team for the whole game.
Yeah.
And you have a terrible KDR, but you're the reason the team won. So I like, especially because I would feel bad if I could see it all the time.
Yeah.
But I also like that it's not a focus.
It's like the difference between League and Heroes of the Storm. Like with League, you see everyone's individual KDA or KDR, but when you play Heroes of the Storm, everything's just all put into a group thing.
Yeah.
So you go into the start, you might, just throw one ability out, do something else, but then you get the assist for that, but everyone gets the assist. So it's much more of a team focus by having that information as opposed to having individual stuff. So yeah, it's much similar on that front of things. Daymord says, a simple solution for endgame report could simply be name, combat XP, mode XP, support XP. So it would only be 4 columns as a simpler solution. But we do at the end, it does come up and let you know what, doesn't it say what type of XP you get at the end?
I don't know if there currently is a distinction.
Oh no, it's like daily missions. Like if you've got a support mission, it will say
Yeah.
how much of that you've kind of
But I
done.
think it's possible XP is done in just one pool currently.
Yeah. It'd be yeah, and then you would have to implement a system which would then distinguish between where that XP came from to then break up that number. So then
Yeah, whenever you gained XP, it would have to put it in a separate bucket, basically.
yeah,
It should be doable, but I don't think it's what's currently happening.
yeah. Let's. I'm copying that out and putting that in the notepad too. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. Do.
These things annoy me.
Netgil Svamp says, if you need a Dirty Bomb underwear model, give him a call. I will give you a call. Don't you worry. Although, would you like to model anything?
I'd give it a try.
If it's tasteful, anyway.
I'm not opposed to it. Other people might be opposed to it.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'll get a nice blog post written up for you, and we'll get like a proper photographer in. We'll get some nice lighting, and yeah, it'll be all good. Longfish suggests, with a bit of Kappa involved too, 64 underground. How do you think that'll go down?
Very messily.
Yeah, definitely.
If you've ever been in the actual underground in London, 64 people
Oh, God,
running
yeah.
around,
Just
it
like
would be crazy.
rush hour. It's just like a normal day in the underground.
Yeah.
To be fair, it adds an amount of realism to the
Yeah.
map, maybe. We need to make custom skins for everyone.
Rush
too.
hour with guns,
Exactly, yeah.
the game.
God, that'd be scary. Like just walking down into the underground, you just get there and it's just like puddles of blood, and it's just like one person left alive on the train, holding the gun at you, and you can just imagine walking down, seeing him, and you got that moment where you're looking at each other, and you're pausing, and then the doors just slowly shut in front of them, and the train pulls off. That'd be a wicked.
That's a nice
thing to have in
scenario.
a film.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend might play Rush Hour with guns.
Yeah.
She gets annoyed at commuting.
Oh wow. I think John is here now, so I think if you pop out of the server, although maybe it's best to stay in, and then we can do a hot swap, so then we don't have to kind of go out and find everyone. Let me just check. Is he in the chair? He's not in the chair. Usually that's like John's chair, which he likes to sit in, but he seems to have disappeared. Here we go.
I'm not in a rush, so
Cool. Yeah, there we go. I'll see. He should. Yeah, we'll do more of a hot swap rather than swapping out between servers, and that makes things a little bit easier. Oh, he is there. Where were you?
Where do you think I am?
I looked there and I couldn't see you. You weren't in the chair.
I was talking with Fluffy.
Oh, I looked over there. Maybe you're behind the board, and that's why I couldn't see you. We have a fantastic board with lots of information on, and I use it to plan my life, essentially, which is quite good. But for now, anyway, we need to have a sad farewell to Lucci. Thank you for coming on the stream. It's been
Nice
an
to be
absolute
here.
pleasure. Well done, gaming as well. And yeah, I'm sure we want you back already. I think you should come back and play some more in the future. So yeah, I'll let you know when everyone says like hello. And yeah, so thank you very much. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.
yep. See you guys.
There we go. And now tagging in, as it were. We have a game just starting for you as well. Look, it's black and white still as well.
Yep.
I don't know who you've got. You've probably got a number of cool mercs to play
I'm
with.
guessing Proxy.
I think so. Yeah, you got Proxy and a couple of other people too.
Fair enough.
That's who likes. But I'm just going to shut the door quick. But for those who don't know, we have Fenrir with us, and if you'd like to just give yourself a bit of an introduction, I'll be back in a second.
I would do, but I've just been shot right as you say that.
Oh no, that's okay though. It gives you time to talk.
Fair enough. Well, for those who've seen me before, welcome back. For those who have no idea who the hell I am, my name is John Wills. I'm the Senior Tools Programmer here at Splash Damage, which basically means I work on a lot of the tools and infrastructure behind the scenes for our developers. At the moment, I am the main dude responsible for the back-end stuff, well, for the tools and infrastructure for our developers at Dirty Bomb. And occasionally, I'm a team pincushion, especially with our internal playtest. Apologies if some of my speech isn't entirely coherent. That's sort of what happens when you jump into a seat and people are already shooting at you.
Well, that's why it's called the hot seat.
Boom, boom.
Oh yeah. Oh, I better go over there. Like Chuck Sonia asks, will we see different objective types anytime soon, like hack or capture in the past? So the maps at the moment kind of feel the same. Carry being by far the worst everyone wishes to avoid. Far too much of that right now. Carry being far the worst. What?
Hey?
What? Let me try that again. Carry being by far the worst everyone wishes to avoid. Far too much of that right now. Carry being by far. I'm confused. My brain can't handle your English. So what does? Can you reword that?
Oh,
so
I think I know it. The whole thing of objective ideas, I'm totally not too sure. That's something for, I think, Anti and Smooth designers when they come in. I know we've been, as some of you who've recently been playing the game have found out, we've been putting some new game modes in. I think the latest one being Execution. Hopefully, I think at the moment we're looking to see. Oh, hello! I didn't do that. Whoops! Oh no!
Bomb! There's a bomb! That's a grenade.
Yeah.
Or nade.
It still bloody hurts though. We are basically looking to fine-tune Execution, see how the general public feedback is to it. But for the whole thing of objectives, I'm personally, I would love to have sort of a little more than carry, you know, take over, bomb sort of thing. But I think the question here is, what would you like to see? What other things would you like to be treated as progress through a level? Feel free to let us know in Twitch chat. Or indeed on our Twitter handle, which is...
Tweet us at Splash Damage Limited. At Splash Damage... No, is it at Splash Damage? Just at Splash Damage. Tweet us at Splash Damage. Hashtag Dirty Bomb. No, hashtag Play Dirty. At Splash Damage. Hashtag Play Dirty. Play Dirty, John.
Always do.
Hashtag Play Dirty right now.
The hilarious thing about this is, I was about to say, this is why it's nice to have a community manager. It's, you just poke him in the belly and he'll just come up with these handy little handles. I'm not too sure now, actually.
Handy handles. Handy handles are good. Hashtag Play Dirty. I like our hashtag.
Play handy.
Rip is. Let me move the mic back a bit. Now I did change some of the mic settings earlier, so let's see how that goes. There we go. Indeed. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Dad Optia.
So yeah, if you've got any questions you want to ask the Dirty Bomb devs, feel free to just ask us in Twitch or in Twitter, depending how closely Shoes checking the latter.
Do it now.
If you've got any particular questions about sort of our tools, how we do things in the studio. That's definitely a lot more my sort of thing, but I'll answer anything I can, as honestly as I can.
There we go. KF2S, I have add more gold cards to my list. Yeah. Helicopter says hashtag Play Dirt at Splash Damage, hashtag Play Dirty, hashtag Play Dirty. Pretty much copy and paste what Helicopter put, apart from add a Y at the end of the first one, and we'll probably see that. I do like that. Actually, just tweet that to us. Hashtag Play Dirty, hashtag Play Dirty, at Splash Damage, hashtag Play Dirty. I think that works very well.
How many characters is that?
I don't know. The perfect amount, I think. Helicopter says, am I allowed to mess with everything within the game files?
I think the general gist is, if it gives you a advantage, probably not. I think we have noticed some things recently with, I can't remember what the name is, for the config. Was it the shitty config or something? Or
I don't know if it was called.
There was a certain config which the stats gave sort of their advantage. Like some people were able to see more than they probably should have. I think in general, if it helps you out personally, then. But generally, yeah. If it gives you an unfair advantage, the general gist is it's not quite cool, but...
Potato config people were getting.
Potato config, that was it.
Okay, shit config.
Yeah.
Kind of close.
It's, but yeah, it's generally, if it makes you play better, that's awesome. If it makes you play better unfairly,
If it makes you play better, I'm all up for that.
If it makes you play better, it would be a miracle.
Exactly, yeah. Hey! That's not there. Yeah, you take that floor. You. Lord Helios on your team is a naughty player. Apparently he's a cheater.
Is he?
Lord Helios. Find him and what? There he is. That's him right there. Right, let's watch him.
Okay.
Just follow him. Well, come on, follow him. Why you're stopping walking? Keep going.
I don't want to spook him out.
No, it's not like we're tailing him in a car.
See?
Come on. Yeah, but he's fine. Just run behind him constantly.
You do realise
He just headshotted someone with an SMG and killed them really quickly.
Yep.
So we need stay on them.
I'm trying to. Right?
You're not good at this, are you? There we go. Look, he's just got another headshot with SMG.
Yep.
So that's 2 in a row. I like this. We need some like soundtrack. Is that another? That's another one there. That's another one there.
Yep.
We think we have a cheater in the game with us.
You think?
Look at that. We need to ban this guy. We need some admins to get rid of him and get him out of the game.
I could heal him, but no.
No. I suppose you could help him up, aren't you? Yeah.
Kill
Kill him and get rid of him.
God damn it.
He is a bad person. Yeah, chat. Kill him. Everyone's saying kill him. That is your job. Swap teams and just kill him.
Well, admittedly, hopefully somebody's got the ban hammer in behind the scenes, but yeah.
There we go.
Like I said, I'll leave it for you to call out the ban hammer.
That's all right. I'm feeding back this information now to our top team, to our top people, and they will be getting rid of him, which will be good.
Still, I think it's probably the first shooter I've found on a stream, but.
To be fair, yeah, it's the first one I've actually come across in the game. I've not really I've never found any personally before, so it's handy having that come up because it raises it to us.
Ooh.
But Chuck Sonia says what Saiku said. There's lots of interesting ideas on the forums at the minute regarding respawn waves. Yeah, I think there's a couple of the forums which have popped up at the minute. I've not read them too much in depth, but it's on my list of things what to do. So yeah, I want to kind of check out these ideas and again collate them, feed them all back to the devs, and yeah, just kind of see what we can do in regards to yeah, sorting out the respawn waves. So that would be cool.
I should say, as I've said before, we do check these features wherever we can. You know, you mention them on Twitter, you mention them on the subreddits. We know about r/DirtyBomb. We look them on the next one forums, Splash Damage forums. We do check them out, and we do internally look at how easy it is to add them in, how big of an impact it will have. We never say any promises. We never say, oh, this is coming in, this is coming out, unless we actually know that's coming. But just because we don't say this is coming soon, it doesn't mean that we're not working on it, we're not trying to fine tune it. So if it looks like on occasion that we're not listening, trust me, we are. We're looking at it, we're debating it. Unfortunately, we can't do open debate like the House of Commons, but we do check them out and we try and figure out what would be awesome for the game. Obviously, there's various factors in place, things like time, for example. You know, we don't have a series of monkeys behind infinite PCs working on it. We do have a lot of people who are awesome at what they do, but they also need this little thing called sleep.
Indeed.
So
Sleep is good.
exactly. Oh no, I do not want to disconnect.
God, that's not good.
Yeah.
Stay in the game.
I'm trying to. But yeah, just because it is an end doesn't mean that we don't listen. So definitely send us your ideas.
Saiku says, was there ever plans to look into redesigning the spawn timer / wave system? There was a lot of talk during closed alpha beta about a redesign being attempted.
Did you want to?
Well, at the minute, it's not something which I have heard a lot about, to be fair. I'm not sure whether or not there's something which the devs are looking at to improve or to do something with that.
I haven't heard anything, but that doesn't mean that it isn't in there. Again,
Yeah.
it's definitely save that question for when Anti or Smooth are in. They'd be able to give more info. Or actually, even Serious Cap could probably give some more info on that.
He knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
I do love Dan.
He is basically Steven Seagal in this game.
He is indeed. He's got the same hair as well. He's got the hair and like the voice to match Steven too, which is good. Oh yeah. Daymord says, why don't you have an army of monkeys working at Dirty Bomb? I hear you can pay them peanuts.
Oh, boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately-
Daymord, you're on it tonight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have a couple of monkeys who do provide some backup work on the machines. Unfortunately, they've got this very severe peanut allergy, so unfortunately we can't get away with that.
Ah. No monkeys for us.
Yep, sadly not.
Let's pop up here. Helicopter says he's not talking about configs, he's talking about files deep within the game.
Generally don't then.
You've got to go deeper.
That
kind of thing.
It's basically we do well. Who knows? We might be able to change things in the game to make things a little more extensible. I know there's been a UI creator for the game. I'm not too sure how much in use that is at the moment, but in general, yeah, don't try and edit the games. If I'm honest, I'm doing a lot of work with the data at the moment to try and make things a lot nicer for you guys that's on Steam, and even I'm not too sure about everything that's in there. It's I think, yeah, just in general.
There you go. Helicopter asks, oh no, I've done that already. I'm going back to you again.
Yep.
Reborn 3D says, how's the anti-cheat for the game right now? I'd say the anti-cheat is something which we're constantly working on and kind of improving and updating.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just like a constantly growing system. There will be some more like big updates coming to how it works in the future as well, but when that will happen, there's more kind of behind the scenes work that needs to be done. But yeah, just rest assured, it's something which we're constantly doing. One of the things you can do in the game is the whole F5 menu system. So if you are playing and you are suspicious of someone in the game, just press F5 and then you can call a vote to kick a specific person. And yeah, as long as other people vote with you to kick them, it will remove them from the game.
Yeah. I should note that the anti-cheat that we're using at the moment is sign code, but we don't use it exclusively. We do end up using various sources of investigation. I mean, for example, basically we can check out stats on Fireline, for example, just to see if there's any discrepancies. We can also check even Twitter or YouTube or Twitch to check out videos that some people have made of aimbots, for example. So, like I said, sign code is just one layer of defense against cheaters. Obviously, it sounds cliche, but another sort of important part of anti-cheat of reporting cheaters is vigilance. So, if you find anyone, just grab a video or just let us know of the name and that, and hopefully we can catch them in the act and get rid of them. I should also know if some of my answers are a little all over the place, it's mainly because I'm both trying to answer them coherently,
kill people,
and also kill people.
That's good. That's okay. Just kill away. Kill away. Too bad they didn't know that they're them. Oh, KF says that it's too bad that we don't know we're the monkeys. I'm not a monkey. I'm not a monkey. Damon says, oh, mayhap. Oh. Maybe replace the monkeys with Oompa Loompas. They work for cheaper and with the added bonus of jaunty tunes when things go wrong. I think that could work.
There was that whole industrial action with Willy Wonka. It's just I'm not too sure whether they'd be any better.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of go with them and then suddenly you got a load of strikes. It just gets a little crazy.
Awesome. Cool. Could you mute the in-game VoIP, please?
In-game VoIP?
Yeah.
Which is in-game VoIP?
So like when people talk about no, like then here in the menu.
Oh yeah.
You do you not do this?
No, I do not.
I
don't use voice.
There we go. So we just want to go mute. Apparently we're getting some chatter coming through, so we just want to mute people. There we go.
It's almost as if we should have an easy option for this.
There we go. Cool. Success.
Fair dues.
There we go. All done. The file. If the file is on your hard drive, it belongs to you. You can do whatever you want with it. You can do, but if you break it, well, you've broken it. Then I suppose you've just broken it. Longfish, that would be amazing. Oh no, you're having your own conversation. Oh, okay. Dad says we got 2 of every Merc Medics NGs. Is the next Merc one more sniper? We will have to wait and see, won't you, Dad? You'll have to wait and see. Harry says, any domination-like game types coming, like in the Call of Duty games? Not a COD fan, just think it's a good game type. Again, in regards to game types, we have got stuff that we're working on, like in the background, and things like that. So you're just going to have to wait and see what we do and what we kind of know. Essentially, it's all set down in a plan of what we're doing, but we don't want to kind of release too much information. You'll find this with a lot of things. We don't want to release too much information just because if things change or alter in the future, and then that information we've given to you then changes, then, you know, it's not really fun times for everyone. So that's why it's the kind of lesser of two evils to kind of hold back until we definitely know exactly what we've got, and then we can let you know. And then we can all get excited together because it's done and it's ready to go out. From Dom Dag, or Dommy Dag, he says, how is the situation with the loadout cards? Is the loadout card system final, or could we see changes to this? Like people getting to choose which weapons and perks they want to use? Well, this is a big one of just wait and see. Yep. Wait and see. Exactly what I just said beforehand, when we can't talk about things until we've got final things. This question pretty much falls exactly into that. So we can't go into details, but yeah. Yakil says, do you guys actually use VAC? No, we don't use VAC. For the one pure thing of with VAC, it's very easy to, because it's going to be it's a free-to-play game, and VAC doesn't work that great with free-to-play games, just because you can make it, if you do get VAC banned, you can just make another account, and it doesn't really, it's not overly like a great deterrent. So that's why we're using anti-cheat systems outside of VAC. Shaksonia says, ever thought of having nades ammo dependent as well as having cooldown? Both Fragger and Nader apply. Randoming on future. A lot of talk of field ops not being as useful since you can't always self-kill for ammo or use crates. Maybe this would bring field ops more into the competitive... Oh, my mouth is not working. A lot of talk of field ops not being as useful since you can always self-kill for ammo or use crates. Maybe this would bring FOPs more in play in competition doormats. I think that's supposed to be formats at the end there. I think it's a combination of my brain being really bad today and doormats just breaking my face. Oh my days. But no, it's definitely intriguing. But the only thing when you come into like into that aspect is it kind of semi-limits the mercs even more, whereas if you've just got like a straight number with just the straight cooldown, it's much more kind of uniformed and like that's it. So that's the kind of best way to kind of look at it, I think. But it's something we could look at testing in the future, but for now anyway, I think we're quite happy with how that system works in regards to grenades and things. Big QOL addition you'd like to see. Ability to not only change your mercs in lobby, but also the entire group. Some maps you like to go proxy saw fragger, others bush or a skyhammer. You'd like to make a way to just select an entire squad as a favourite. That's a cool idea. I like that idea.
I think two things about this. One, you can change your mercs in the lobby. The only thing is that means you can only do it in the time before the match starts counting down, which isn't that long, admittedly. And I think we did have sets in at one point. I don't know why we took them out, but personally I do like having the idea of a offense set and a defense set. Just a series of mercs that you just choose. So hopefully we might be able to discuss that down the line.
Definitely. Bitey says, back in closed beta / alpha, all the mercs were open to selection and purchase. Do you know why a lot of personnel were removed? If so, are there major changes being made to the mercs upon return? Well, Bitey, you haven't really known where to dig to find the releases on that information. Pretty much with the mercs, during the much more closed beta and the alpha that there were before, we needed to get as much information we could do on the mercs to help with balancing them when they would then eventually come out during the more open version of the closed beta, like now. And as we are trickling them out, a lot of the mercs, well, pretty much all the mercs that you played and are familiar with from that time will be coming back into the game, but it's just when it's the right time for them and just kind of when they are done, because they might have been in there and playable, but there was still a lot more work to do on them, both in regards to balancing and just generally how they worked. Like whether it was upfront stuff, which you'll see, like art, or whether it was more behind the scenes stuff and changing things there. There's still a lot of work to do on, you know, a lot of those mercs. And there was quite a lot of mercs to do, so... Yeah, that's the reason why they're not all currently in the game at the minute, just purely because we needed to get some data, but they weren't fully ready yet, so that's why they're... Dassit saying, hey, any news on the merc key swap bug? You changed that, but it reverts back and you're unable to change mercs. Yeah, don't worry, it's something which is on the list that we are talking about and trying to get changed and fixed in an update for you. So yeah, don't you worry, it is something which we are working on and to get done, because I know it does keep coming up for you, so it is a bit of a pain. We will do our best to get that fixed for you. Helicopter says, I didn't know you guys got free gym membership for working at Splash Damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's a very nice sort of benefit as well.
I'm looking forward to I haven't got my one yet, but I'm hoping that I will get it at some point in the near future. I'm kind of holding off getting a gym membership at the minute until when that kind of happens. So I've got like an excuse to just be a bit more lazy around. But I could go for like, I don't know, walks or a run. There is a field by my house, which is nice. So I should go out there.
But if the company's willing to pay for you to, not pay for you
Virgin
to...
Active or something. Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be beautiful.
I'm at the. I'm a member of the Virgin Active in Bromley.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
that's probably where I'll end up going, because there's a pool there, I hear.
Yep, that's sort of it. It's within Bromley. There's sort of two gyms that you got the choice of, and everyone goes for. There's the Pavilion, which is right down the road from the studio.
I heard it's quite bad though.
Well, it depends
pool,
what you're going for. I mean, it's there's a Pavilion, which is that, and there is Virgin Active, which is a bit further outside of town, but not too far. It's like 20-minute bus ride. The difference, but the thing is, it's the main difference is the pool. To give you an idea, the Virgin Active's got a regulation swimming pool, and the Pavilion's sort of got a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody like me who does a lot more swimming than running or weights and that, then you go to the Virgin Active. If you're somebody who prefers the gym, then you might have complaints about the Pavilion, but the fact that it's down the road is so convenient.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what happens. It's a lot of the swimmers within the studio go to Virgin Active, and everyone else kind of goes to Pavilion. That said, I do like the fact that you kind of get pampered at the Virgin Active. It's kind of awesome for that.
Well, I look forward to getting there then.
Yep. I think I generally spend every time we go there, I spend about 40 minutes swimming, and then about another hour just in the sauna, the steam room, the hot tub.
Do you lift, bro? Do you lift?
No, but I do swim.
You don't lift. God, don't even lift. Sagan says, any mercs that won't be coming back? Not as far as I'm aware. I believe that everyone that was there will be coming back. But again, that's information which I can't fully confirm nor deny because of
we don't talk
all
about
of the reasons which we've previously stated. So yeah. Oh no, you're talking to Fluffy. Tell Fluffy I say hello. Well, hello Fluffy. I'll say hello myself. Yakula says, any chance for a similar system to Mutators for private lobbies? Oh, what, like a big head mode and stuff like that? That could be quite fun. Running around with like massive heads on people. I'm going to copy that down and put that in my notepad. So that's on there. Saiku says, the two mercs that has been released so far have barely been changed since early beta. Why is it taking so long to do almost nothing? The two mercs that have been released so far. Oh, what? So that would be there's. Oh yeah, because that'd be Bushwhacker and Nader. I'm working out my brain things there.
Oh, the two who arrived later. I was about to say,
so
we started with 7, didn't we?
They said, yeah, well, yeah, I think so. Something like that. Close to. Why is it taking so long to do that? Well, changes are being made and things are being fixed. Like Nader, actually, she got a reskin, I believe, before coming out. So there was artwork doing on there, and also her model got updated as well. So that was one thing which does actually take quite a bit of time to do and going through. And you'll find that a lot of it may not be hugely visible, but I know that in regards to how the models work, there are updates there. So like Bushwhacker actually got a lot of treatment done on his head and face to make his eyes work better, I found. So yeah, there are things, there's a lot of that has happened, but it may not be overly easy for you to see, but they are like little things which do make like a big difference. Dr. Burko says, well, you aren't reading my question. You haven't tagged us in it. You need to tag us at Splash Damage Limited for us to be able to see it. Otherwise, it just looks like regular conversation with other people in chat. When will we be able to trade cards in Steam inventory? We do not know is the easy one. It's something which we would love to do, but in order to kind of do that, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, to give you an idea, generally, the thing is, a lot of Steam games will only limit themselves to the sort of the trading cards that you get as part of the Steam trading game, and the reason for that is generally every item's going to has to have its own record, has to have its own listing in place, and the thing is, I think we have talked about making some of the loadout cards or something, tradable in the future. But the thing is, that takes a lot of sort of back end work just to make sure everything's set up, everything's working. And to give you an idea, we can generally create loadouts quite simply, quite quickly in the back end. It's a lot harder to actually hook them up to Steam Trading, because it's kind of like making them. And the best way to put it is like, on the way we do it at the moment, the sort of listings, putting them on the trading market, it kind of makes an actual object sort of thing, actual things. So it's also
makes them so real.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not too sure. There might actually be a limit on the number of items you can put on the trading market. Don't quote me on that. I still need to check some of the Steam documentation for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was something that stopped developers putting 30,000 items onto their game. Because if not, I imagine somebody would have done it by now.
Indeed. Well, CSGO skins. Need we say more?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, wasn't Borderlands, often advertising millions of guns sort of thing? It's like, that would be fun.
It would be quite cool. Sagan says, Sagan says, forgive me if you've addressed this already, but there is a bug where frag grenades don't go off. It actually happened during the Cup this weekend. Just wanted to make sure you're aware. I've copied and pasted that into my notepad document, so I am now aware, and I will pass that on for you to have a little look at it. Dassit says, you haven't tagged us in it though, but I see it's a question. But make sure you tag us at Splash Damage. You have to do it, otherwise I'll miss it. Dassit says, when can we expect a buff to fraggers nades? Cooking and weapon swapping adds annoying cooldown to the nade. Well, it got changed to make it more easier, because before that everyone was just like, the nades are too strong, the fragger's too strong. So that's why we've added in extra kind of just things to Fragger to keep him there. But we are still getting reports that he is OP and super strong and things like that. So it's kind of at the minute where we feel more comfortable with people saying the more pro and con comments are about the same with him. So yeah, at where it is at the minute, we're kind of happy for now, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. Lumfish says, Shoo, do you even lift? I used to lift, but I haven't lifted for a while, but when I get my membership, I will lift.
Yeah, I'll hold you to that.
I will lift soon.
You do realise you are being recorded right now, right?
That's fine. I'm more than comfortable with saying this.
Yeah.
I will lift soon.
Could somebody make a copy of this? Just somebody on our Twitch chat, just make a copy so we can actually
sign a contract. I will sign a contract. Domidag says, what exactly is the point of the levels? Right now it does not give anything at all except from a new case. Do you plan on doing anything with these levels? Any max level? And can we see any ranked team system and a ranked solo system to keep the active players active instead of having them stomping new players on the pub sets?
No, that one.
And the answer is yes. There are things coming in regards to the levely stuff and the rank systems. Stay tuned, because there is stuff happening at some point in the future, which will be doing things in regards to that. So yes, you'll actually see when you finish a game, on the left panel you've got all your KDA stuff, but on the right panel it says coming soon, and you can actually see symbols there, which kind of say about the rank system. So yeah, next time you finish a game, have a little look on the right panel, and it says there, there's some some rank symbols and also some other kind of information, which is really, really cool. Dad says, you said you use all kind of stuff to track them, hackers as well. Mm-hmm. You have the name of the hacker that you saw today. Okay, awesome. I will take that, and I'll pass that on now. Thank you very much, Dad, for that report there. I've passed it on to our crack team of awesome hackery people, of hacker killer people even, and they will sort them out for you, or for everyone.
So that's basically 2 hackers we've tagged today. Not too bad.
Real Noobs for the win says, damn, the game looks good. I'm going to buy the Steam thing. Buy the Steam thing. The great thing about the Steam thing is you get 35,000 credits,
Yep.
5 mercs available. So essentially like 6 mercs because you can buy a merc with the 35,000 credits, and also instant access to the game. So enjoy it. Get into it and do it. Oh, and what do you get in the Steam bundle? I've just told you. There we go. Perfect. See, I was so excited for you getting it. I've just given it to you already. Wanderer says, can you add in a voting system? Can you add in voting system a note for the reason for kick, so we know what we are voting for? I think it would be a bit. I don't know how that would work. I could chat to the UX people and see if that's something we can do. But yeah, adding a note, I don't know whether that would slow down the in-game a bit too much. I don't know. It's something we can look at.
I think if it's an optional thing.
Anyway, yeah, I think that'd be cool. Excuse me if there's no good answer to this, but what is the point of the midder?
Of what?
The midder. I have no idea what that is. The midder. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. No idea what that is. Anyway, carrying on. What does it? Let me know what that means. The midder.
Yeah.
Dero UK says, will we see a fix to the crouch walk speed bug, where your walk speed is your crouch speed, making the game unplayable? I saw that before, but then we got cut off and talked about a different question. But I've copied and pasted that into my special document already, which has lots of notes about things going on. Yeah. So yeah, it is something which you are very much aware of, and we will get fixed as soon as we can, really. By the way, guys, the raffle is now open, so make sure you're doing your exclamation mark raffles in chat. We are raffling off a starter pack key, which is awesome. So yeah, if you get into chat, just exclamation mark raffle, and we'll be all good to go for that, which is exciting. Pressure says, please add this to your notepad. Okay, I'm getting my copy and paste ready now. Change the silly body shot damage down to 50 instead of 75, and remove the scope sway. A lot of people think it's a good idea. He plays too campy at the moment. The thing is though, if you then remove his damage down to 50 instead of having it 75, he's probably going to play more campy because he's doing a lot less damage. So, like, if he does more damage with a body shot, that would probably entice him to be more dangerous with his play, because he can get closer and it's less risk. Because if he does get a body shot on you, he can then just swap to his SMG and like finish you off easier. Whereas if you take it down, it's going to entice him more to stay away, surely. The scope sway is something which is being talked a lot about at the minute, but I'm going to copy it down anyway. But my initial reaction to it is, I'm not really sure, because yeah, personally, if I was, well, I am a big Facility player, and if I saw in an update that they changed the damage down, it would make you want to play a lot more careful, because you know you need to, if you do miss a headshot, like that'll take like 3 shots to kill a fragger then if you get him in the body. So I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I'll put it forward and see what people say, but I think that might be an issue. Psycho says, you agree that modelling takes a long time, but it's not a good reason to have them playable right now. Why are they not playable? Well, the reason is we don't want to put too much in the game at one time. Like, the game is still currently in its closed beta, and now we've opened up to a much bigger audience. It means that if there is a bug, or if there is an issue which we need to fix, then it makes it a lot harder if there's so much more content out there. Whereas this way we can take one bit, polish it up, polish it, make sure it's working well, and then put it in the game and see how that affects everything else. Whereas if we just take everything and put it out live straight away, then all of the same issues that we had in like the closed beta would then carry on through to the more open closed beta, which is not what we want at all. Like, we want to have it as a much more manageable, game, which is a lot more polished. And a lot of feedback we're getting from people that they like the fact that we're doing the open beta this way because of the closed beta, is that it is a working game. It's very polished for what it's usually like. Again, we're not trying to, fix game breaking mechanics. We're just like trying to add more content slowly and make sure that everything's working and it all kind of grows on the same level together, and that's what we want to carry on doing.
Yeah. I can pretty much guarantee that if we did just skip the whole closed beta and open beta and you just said, hey, it's open for everyone, then a lot of people would have rightly have complained about various things that weren't quite there. They were incomplete or they're not quite polished.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to give you one example, it's Dome is sort of one of our classic examples of it's not complete yet. Because the thing is, yes, we provided it in blockout mode, which basically means it's missing a lot of textures and all that. But the reason for that is, shortly before it came out, it had quite a few iterations where the geometry, just the design of the level, had changed over time. And the thing is, it's still being it's still being fine-tuned, it's still being tweaked, it's still being improved. But we wanted to kind of get the players' feedback on it to kind of know, well, we kind of know the map inside out, let's get some players in to have a look at it. And the feedback from it has been fantastic, and we've ended up with a map being a lot better than we all originally remember. You know, it's improved bit by bit, it's become more fun, and as far as we know, the players, you guys, have actually been enjoying just the whole idea of, well, this is this is a little behind the scenes, let's just try something without it being overly flashy. Plus it reminds a lot of people of Mirror's Edge.
There you go. Bitey says, with the development of Execution, are there any other objective-based maps in development besides Dome? In Alpha, Beta, there were a lot of maps. In Alpha to Beta, a lot of the maps were exceptionally longer. Any plans to return to creating a longer objective map? Well, like we said before, a lot of the content which was available in the Alpha and the pre this Beta is being worked on, and has got a lot of work to kind of carry on it before it's ready for a much more polished release, which is what you kind of see in the game. Like, we know a lot of the stuff that are currently in the game needs even more polishing, but where those are at the minute, we want to make sure, again, like we said before, that it's at a really good level before we put it out. We don't want to put stuff out which is, before its time, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see the full potential of it. And if we put something out and it's, naff, and then it goes away and it comes back later, you'll probably be less inclined to want to kind of experience it and play with it, because you've already had that, not as great experience beforehand. So that's one of the reasons which we're, a lot of the content's not there. It's just made perfect, or a lot better.
To give you a bit of old industry history, I believe it was Shigeru Miyamoto who actually said, nobody remembers a late game, everyone remembers a bad game. So that's our general thing is, we want to make sure we put a lot of time, the necessary time into the game to make sure it's fun for you guys. I mean, we're not looking at days, we're not looking at weeks or months of enjoyment for you guys, it's years. We want to have something that you want to come back to and keep playing again and again.
There you go, cool. Shucks Onya says, will there be more work on voice acting for the Mercs? You see a huge potential to have fun with what they say, take a less serious approach and make them funny. I think that would just add character to the Mercs. Right now they seem a bit plain and stiff. We need a ninja deer, anyone? I agree. Like, the thing is, there is a lot of really cool voice stuff that go into the Mercs, and you kind of have to make sure you're listening to what they say, because when making all the video comments, all the videos for it and stuff, we've got documents and documents of all of the different voiceover lines that we've got for them, but the way that they happen in the game is it's like a random, certain events happen and they randomly come on. So instead of it the funny thing happening all the time, which after a while would become just not funny, they kind of come on just a random rotation almost, so you have to kind of pay attention to what happens. And I know there's a Sawbones one which is awesome, which we've been checking out earlier. I'm not sure what status whether that is in the game or not. I'm not sure at the minute, but there is lots of stuff as well which isn't currently in the game, so just keep an eye out for that. Well, keep an ear out for that, because when you hear stuff, you'll know. Gudagur says, would you mind not to introduce too many nerfs / buffs while not all the Mercs are released? The thing is, we do find that Mercs do need to be balanced out during the game, even without all the other Mercs in there, because if we've got a Merc down the line which then makes someone less viable because they are quite a counter to that person, that Merc that makes the counter isn't active in the game yet, so there's no need to have that, nerf or buff on the other character until that point. So all of this data we have from the pre-tests and the alpha and the this beta, so we do have a lot of that information ready and at hand, but it's stuff which could possibly change in the future. But then with those characters, like you say, who may counter other people in the game, currently they may be getting retweaks as well to make it so they're not as much of a counter as they were before. So it's something which we want to make sure the game is always balanced with its current rotation of Mercs. because otherwise you're making it unbalanced either in a positive or a negative way for something which isn't going to happen for another X weeks or X months, and it doesn't really make sense to do it that way. You want to have everything kind of balanced, and as the pool gets bigger and bigger, it all gets balanced together. So
plus, I mean, it's whenever you've got any sort of group like this, as soon as one merc, for example, has or one class in the game has a noticeable advantage over the others that which makes them more viable, then it's just human nature for a lot of players to kind of congregate on that one merc. I mean, we kind of saw it with Fragger, and it's not just something that's specific to Dirty Bomb. It happens with a lot of games as well. Hashtag no to Paladins. But so basically, it's what we want to do. We want to make sure that any merc is viable to the right play style, and we try and make sure that everyone has sort of their choice, to have their own way of doing things, and to make sure that basically it's generally equal. I mean, hello.
Cool. There we go. Right, we do have a lot of questions, so I'm just going to quickly breeze through these super quick.
Go on.
We've only got 5 minutes left, so I'd probably just recommend coming out and open some cases. See if you can get the golden shower. The infamous golden shower for us, that's what we want. So yeah, I'm going to quickly just breeze through these questions here. A bug. Are you aware of the bug when you get... I think I know what's going on here. Are you aware of the bug where if you are killed while on a turret and then revived, you end up in a kind of limbo stage? We are aware of that.
I think I actually just saw that here with Nader.
It's our favourite bug. I'm adamant to not get that fixed because it's awesome. Now I'm sure that will get fixed in the future at some point.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like our most favourite bug. We all enjoy it. It's great. LCTR says, RE voting, it's often, having common reasons might be nice as quick options. So instead of writing something, you can go kick player, and then the reason as well. That is awesome. I like that idea. That is good. Let me, there we go.
Let's see what
voting. Let me just copy that and then put that into the document as well. Boom! Quick options. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I do that correct? I did do that correct. Check me out. On it today. Perfect. Raffle. Last chance to get your raffles in before we do the Merc Starter Pack. Yeah. Exclamation mark raffle. You also sent a few pictures of customer support. Thank you very much, Dad. That is great. Helicopter says, will there be a stream on Tuesday next week? Our stream schedule is now Monday and Wednesday. Yep. So that is what you need to kind of keep an eye on. There's also the Dirty Bomb Twitch channel. They do their streams as well during the week. What days exactly do they? I can't remember what they do. I think they do theirs on Tuesday and Friday, something like that. But yeah, keep an eye on what they're doing as well, stream wise, and we can get some good collabs going on, which would be awesome.
Exclamation mark raffle.
Exactly, you got to get it in there. LCTR says, notepad ready. In your opinion, Aura was over nerfed. Look at her use during the Dirty Cup. Sawbones is the better class now. Aura was nerfed before the neutral counters to her. Natural. Counters to her were released. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's good. Definitely. Notepad ready. My notepad is ready. I'm going to copy that and put that into my document so we know what's going on there. Perfect. Carry on going down. Gile Tilly says, even after beta, do still plan on testing maps the same way you're doing now? Yes, definitely. I think the best way to kind of get the maps working well is to do like tests like this.
Yeah.
So definitely, yep. There we go. Sagan says, perhaps Aura's healing station could pulse heal instead of constant heal. That would be interesting. I'm gonna copy that. And put that in as well. Yeah, just constantly open. Just constantly open.
You do realise we've got all of one cases, right?
We got 36,000 credit.
Oh, fair enough.
Just open away. Just go ham. Just keep going.
Oh, come on! Ah!
Just constantly open cases.
So close for the silver shower. Yeah, fair enough. I'm too used to being cheap. I just save all my credits.
Pressure says, if you can change my comment to having Vasily body shot reduced a little and removing sway, it'd be better. Okay, no problem. I'll have a little tweak on there. No problem. Israel says, if that's the case, why was off to nerf the addition to Nader and Stoker yet to be introduced? It may be, like we say, we want to have the pool of characters even with how it is at the minute. If there are, whoever comes in the future, they probably have received some tweaks to make them more even with everyone else, but we can make the pool even when they kind of make their arrival. Because otherwise, it's like having a train, or like say you've got a car or a road, yeah, and the speed limit at the minute is 80 miles an hour. but you know that in a month's time it's going to become 60 miles an hour. You're not going to drive on the road at 60 miles an hour up until that time. You want to make everyone drive on the road at that same speed, and then when the speed limit changes, that's when everyone wants to go down. I think that kind of works as an analogy.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I'm just here trying to throw in some sort of Clarkson joke in.
Perfect. We'll work one out somewhere. Awesome. Cool. So we're pretty much there to draw the raffle. We are right tipping on the edge of stream, which is really exciting. So I'm going to draw the winner now, and the winner is
One.
You have won, and you joined Twitch for 420 days ago. 420. Oh yeah, let's announce you in chat. You have won. Congratulations, you have done awesome. Very, 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 very good. Very good stuff. You have won yourself a Merc starter pack, which is really exciting. So I am going to announce you in chat. You need to let us know in chat that you are here. Hello, where are you? What? You're here. You are here. I'm going to send you a message.
Yeah. Congrats, One. You've got
good.
more luck than I'm getting at the moment. Oh, I say that? Oh, come on!
Unlucky. Everyone loves Artie though.
Really?
There we go. Cool. Well, that's pretty much it for now. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to have a little sneaky peek at who is currently streaming Dirty Bomb, and I'm going to host them now on the channel too.
One more time.
I like your name. I like your name, Wobble Mo. You are a dude.
No, that's
or
just
dudette. I like your name, so that is why we are going to be hosting you today. So please do stick around for us to host Wobble Mo and enjoy some more Dirty Bomb action for today. But as for now, would you like to say sign off, sir?
All I'm saying is I'm looking at a lead card here, right between two bronzes. Orange Jesus really hates us devs.
Unlucky man. Benny G did pretty good. Good old BCog.
Mr. Golden Shower himself.
Indeed. Anyway, from me as well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon, guys, and as always, stay fresh.
Play dirty.